going on, Jerome's? So your Minnesota Vikings finally have the future franchise quarterback in place. J.J. McCarthy, highest drafted quarterback in team history, the only one in the top 10, and Vikings rookie minicamp went down over the weekend. And Golden Boy, stay golden, Pony Boy. Just like, I hate to say it, but the kid has riz. He has charisma. He has the intangibles. He does everything that you want, checking the boxes for a quarterback, and now we get to see him prove it on the field. It's going to be fantastic, man. But, Vikings, even though the Wolves are desperately just testing my patience right now, the Vikings back. We're commandeering it. We're calling it eminent domain on Wolves back, Vikings back. That's right. But here are 9. Nailed it. Nueve. J.J. McCarthy rookie camp takeaways. First up, friggin' Eagle Scout. So, like we said, like this could all be an act, and he might actually be like an axe murderer, but I don't think that it is. And there's a very fine line between confidence, swagger, / being cocky. Just being arrogant, right? There's a pretty thin line. But I do think that McCarthy comes down on the confidence and swagger side, saying all the right things, here to learn, learning the names of the media jackals, which, I don't know, could help with his press. I don't know. But this kid just gets it, right? And the moment's not going to be too big for him. He's already won national title, played at a big-time school in Michigan, and has been a highly sought-after recruit since he was like in 8th grade when Iowa State and frickin' Matt Campbell offered him, right? So spotlight is not going to be too big for him, and the lights aren't going to be too bright, which is good. Next up, number 2, he's fired up to compete. And one of the funniest things from rookie minicamp is after the first day, McCarthy bet the defense that he wouldn't have 3 incompletions during a stanza of practice, and then he lost, and they had wagered running gassers, running sprints, and that's hilarious. Like, and also, if you're a defensive player, first off, you'd be like, "Who the f are you, broccoli-haired kid, trying to wager against us? Please." Now, a lot of the defense was like UDFAs and young guys too, but I don't know. Like I just love that attitude, and I feel like he leads in a non-corny way. Now, sometimes does the things he say sound like Russell Wilson? Sometimes, sure, but everyone in Michigan bought in. Head coach, teammates, all have glowing things to say about him, and you can tell. Like once the veterans get in here at OTAs, mandatory minicamp, and training camp, I feel like they're going to adopt this kid. Like, they're going to like the cut of his jib. I think they're going to be good to go there. Next up, number 3. Ooh. Threw a pick in 7-on-7s. Now, this is where all the haters and the losers like, oh, here we go, Christian Ponder 2.0. Which is one of the dumbest comparisons out there. Just because stylistically, because of arm talent-wise, because of age. Other than that, it's really close. Anyways, but threw a pick on 7-on-7s, literally like the first throw, but no sweat, no muss, no fuss, and that's the whole thing. Like, McCarthy is a rookie quarterback. He's going to make mistakes. The problem is when rookie quarterbacks don't learn from mistakes, and that can lead into bad habits, and that leads into not being in the league for long. Now, McCarthy, I mean, he took care of their football at Michigan. He did make some mistakes at times, especially when he was younger, but he learned. He grew in shoe. Grown and shown. I was trying to think of the past tense for grown and shown. That was not it. But I think that he is a guy that, yes, there will be bumps in the road. Yes, there will be hurdles to overcome. But you can see him evolve and learn on the fly and also putting in that work. And I think that every single week, every single season, he's just going to get better and better. And also, like, I'm not saying it right now. Like, I feel like it's still 60-40. Darnold starts week 1. But, I mean, if this kid gets on a roll in training camp as well as preseason, I mean, don't rule anything out. Next up, number 4, Kevin O'Connell loves him. KOC absolutely loves and adores this kid. And he talked about how he, Grant Udinski, and Josh McCown, they already had a jump start on their work because of the multi-day private workout at Michigan before the draft. And Kevin O'Connell, like, again, could they have traded up for Drake May? Sure. Could they have worked with Michael Penix? Yes. But I think that given McCarthy's age, given his upside, given his moxie, given his ability to throw over the middle of the field with accuracy, given his ability to work within the framework of the offense, it's exactly what Kevin O'Connell wants. It's exactly what Kevin O'Connell wants, an extension of him onto the field. Number 5, people want to hate him. Like I said, I feel like there's a decent amount of the Vikings fan base that want the kids to fail because I want a Bo Nix or something like that. And of course, it's so funny. So there was, McCarthy had one errant throw to Josh McCown just when they were playing catch warming up, and everyone ran with it because it was on NFL Network, and like all the Packers fans, all the Lions fans, all the Bears fans, and especially, and this is hilarious, all the Ohio State Buckeyes fans were like, ah. So Ohio State is mad because so McCarthy grew up a Buckeyes fan and was all in on joining the Buckeyes, and then Ryan Day was a Dumas and recruited a different quarterback. So then McCarthy literally flipped to Michigan, basically as like an FU, and I kind of dig that pettiness. And then he never lost to Ohio State. No big deal. No big deal. But if they hate, let them hate and watch the money pile up. Next up, number 6. The velocity is there. Now, again, going back to, he's just a weak noodle arm Christian Ponder. Nah. Now, of course, this is just practice. Talk about practice, man. But, and I know McCarthy had the second highest velocity at the NFL Combine behind Joe Milton, but also that isn't really a football thing. That's literally like the Dave & Buster's like punching machine. So I don't put a ton of stock into that. But, yes, and there's not really much that you could take away from practice with no pads and no pass rush, but velocity is there. Like outside the numbers, it is there. Also timing, also deep, also the footwork and anticipation. Everything is snappy and on time. So I think there's a lot to work with there. Next up, number 7, humble, and he knows what he doesn't know. So not going to name names, but there's definitely quarterbacks that come into this league and they think that they invented football. Right? And all right, so fine. Caleb Williams, he's going to bust. I just feel it in my bones. I feel it in my DNA. Caleb Williams is going to bust, and it's not going to be all Chicago's fault. But McCarthy, like, he's coming in. He knows he's going to put in the work. He knows he has to compete. He knows a lot of things. Same thing with Michael Penix Jr. Like, Michael Penix Jr. has got that dog. He's going to compete. Now I think he's going to go Kurt to run for his money, which is going to be hilarious. But, McCarthy, like, he understands that he has to do the work. The same thing when he attacked Michigan and became a 2-year starter and went to the college football playoff both years, won a national champion, had a perfect season, right? Putting in the work, making sure that he's the first guy there. And Kevin O'Connell's already impressed by the amount of the playbook he's digested because of the install. I mean, it's a lot. It really is like drinking from a fire hose because they don't hold back. They installed the entire playbook at rookie minicamp, just like it was regular mandatory minicamp, just like it was regular training camp, just to see how much these guys can retain. And McCarthy reportedly is already ahead of the curve. Number 8 is already putting in that extra work, which, again, goes back to the friggin' Eagle Scout thing, where Kevin O'Connell at his presser saying that before practice, McCarthy was out on the field running through plays by himself. And of course, what more would you expect? But he's a guy that if and when he signs a second contract here with the Vikings, you're not going to have to put in a provision that he has to do X amount of film work and not play video games. But if McCarthy doesn't work, it's because he didn't have enough talent. It's not going to be because of attitude. It's not going to be because of work ethic. It's not going to be because of coaching. It's not going to be because of talent around him. Like, honestly, if it doesn't work out with McCarthy, it's because he wasn't good enough, and I can live with that. Because there's so many other factors and pitfalls that fail that makes quarterback fails, makes quarterbacks fail. That's not going to move him. Lastly, number 9. I think he's the real deal. Now, yes, literally had 3 practices. Yes, the veterans aren't there, but also I just feel like the kid has the it factor, and that is important to me for a quarterback, because you could be a robo QB and just put up the numbers and whatever, but you have to be a true leader of men when it's a big time situation, a money down, third and long in the fourth quarter. You need a play. I think McCarthy's going to make it more often than not. I think that he has that tenacity. I think that he is accustomed to winning. I think that he's accustomed to greatness, and I think that he's going to make everyone around him better. And this ain't an act. This is not an act. I think McCarthy's going to be good to go. But that's it. 9. JJ McCarthy rookie camp takeaways. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.